Greetings and love, Antiguans and Barbudans. It is important that we continue to define the workings of an independent voter citizen, what it looks like, feels like, smells and tastes like. After all, we are human. Let's start with some definitions, and out of that will come some personal affirmations of purpose. Remember, your identity and your purpose defines your character and your persona. Some say personality. How is an independent voter citizen defined? An independent voter citizen is a sovereign human being who understands that government and political institutions were created to serve the citizenry and not the other way around. We recognize that political parties are but instruments created to serve the needs of the people and to facilitate the development and well-being of the citizenry. The independent voter citizen stands as the guardian of the interests and development of all citizens and places loyalty to those principles above loyalty to any political party. Now that we have defined the who, let's look at the how. Affirmations of identity and responsibility. 1. Sovereignty and self-governance. We affirm that as independent voter citizens, our sovereignty as human beings is inherent and cannot be superseded by any institution or constitution. Government exists to serve the citizenry, and as such, our participation in governance is a right and a duty, not a privilege extended by political institutions. 2. Loyalty to development and efficiency. We declare our loyalty to the continued development of the sovereign human beings in our country. We hold ourselves accountable to ensure that the resources of the state are directed towards the holistic development of the citizenry and the efficient functioning of our infrastructure and environment. 3. Rejection of political dependency. This, by the way, is our most important declaration. We categorically reject the notion that a citizen must join a political party to have a voice in the political discourse of the country. We categorically reject the philosophy embraced by the political institutions here, which says that we must join a political party if we, as voters, want to see changes in the party. We reject the discrimination imposed on members who critique, aggressively or passively, the party they choose, and I emphasize, choose to support. Our right to critique, challenge, and hold accountable the political parties we choose to support is inherent in our sovereignty. We recognize that political membership is not a prerequisite for citizenship or participation in the governance of our country. 4. Demand for accountability and transparency. We assert that our vote is not merely a tool of endorsement, but a reflection of our expectations for good governance. We, as independent voter citizens, hold every political party accountable to the standards of integrity, transparency, and commitment to the people. 5. The value of the independent vote. We acknowledge, accept, and affirm the priceless value of our vote. It is the ultimate expression of our sovereignty, and we demand that this value be respected by all political entities. We stand firmly on the functioning reality of the process that during campaigns, political parties campaign for the vote of the citizen, not for the membership of individuals to the institution, thereby invalidating the premise that membership is required to influence or question a political party's conduct. We propose that perspective comes directly out of the colonizer's handbook, a style of governance which needed to give the government of the day control over the masses. For example, we had to change our names and conform to Christianity to be accepted as members of society. This mindset is born from the mind of those governing an enslaved society. This is not the way a society of free people, independent thinking and progressive people function. The independent voter citizen, my good people, is an idea that embodies several principles of human function. Principles such as sovereignty, independence, interdependence, freeness, integrity, responsibility, community. It is the only definition of self in our political environment which is able to keep these principles intact in your behavior and outlook on life. It reinforces your confidence in self and in your sovereignty. The current definitions held by these parties coming out of that era cannot deliver the same, without it being tainted by hypocrisies disguised as party loyalty. To be an independent voter citizen does not tell you that you should not vote. What it does is reclaim your vote from being a political party's campaign strategy and replaces it squarely in your minds as being your most valuable asset as a citizen. It restores this confidence in self, that it is you who choose based on demonstrations of performance who you want to be your representative in Parliament, and not just because of support for any party. It reaffirms your sovereign freedoms as a human being. It is a demonstration of human, social, and political sovereignty. We are at a crucial point in our history where we are asked to confront our current realities and measure them for efficiency and development. And where necessary, we must not throw out the baby with the bathwater, but we must throw away the dirty bathwater and change it, not exchange it for water that is cleaner. It is a pleasure communicating with you again. And to the Knights of the Round Table, thank you for the exposure. Free your minds, and the rest will follow.
My voice is my guide.